Hi, I'm Jen, and you're listening to the Shadow Sanctuary, where I dig into the history of haunted locations to try and find a correlation between historical fact and paranormal experience. Is there a reason for the haunting? Why does energy stay? Keep listening to find out more. Welcome to the Shadow Sanctuary. I'm your host, Jen, and happy April, you guys. Tonight, I'm going to be telling you about the old Idaho Penitentiary in Boise, Idaho. So, let's get into it. Boise is the capital and most populated city in Idaho. The origin of the name Boise is uncertain, but many agree that it comes from the French words "le bois," meaning the woods. The area of Boise was inhabited by the Shoshone and Bannock indigenous tribes. In 1811, Wilson Hunt, employed as an agent in the fur trade under John Jacob Astor, organized and led a group of 60 men on an overland expedition to establish a fur trading post at the mouth of the Columbia River. This expedition passed through Boise and was the first time white Americans had entered the region. Starting in the 1840s, developments further west meant significant changes to the region of Boise. With the discovery of gold in California in 1848, the settler incursions increased. The discovery of gold around Boise in 1863, together with the ongoing fighting between settlers and the indigenous, prompted the U.S. military to establish Fort Boise. In 1868, Fort Hall Indian Reservation was established, and in 1869, the U.S. military began rounding up natives and escorting them to the fort. Boise's early growth was driven by its role in supplying the nearby gold towns in the 1860s. By 1864, agricultural production was underway. Boise was made an official city in 1868. In 1872, Old Idaho State Penitentiary opened. Before that, Boise's territorial prison was in operation from 1870. Over its 101 years of operation, the penitentiary received more than 13,000 inmates with a maximum population of 600. Serious riots occurred in 1952, 1971, and 1973 over the living conditions of the prison. The 416 resident inmates were moved to the new Idaho State Correctional Institution, and Old Idaho Penitentiary closed on December 3rd, 1973. In 1992, the Idaho State Historical Society recorded oral history interviews with 15 former prison guards. These tapes and transcripts cover prison operations and remembrances from the 1950s to the closing of the prison in the 1970s. The collection is open to the public at the Historical Society for research. The penitentiary was placed on the National Register of Historical Places in 1973. The last person executed at the prison was Raymond Snowden on October 18th, 1957. His crime? After arguing with his girlfriend, Cora Dean, he stabbed her over 30 times with a pocket knife and left her lifeless body on the roadside. There is a feeling of heaviness and darkness hanging in the air around the prison. The prison held the youngest male ever sentenced for murder in Idaho in 1885. 10-year-old James Oscar Baker, convicted of manslaughter for shooting and killing a man threatening his father. Luckily for James, the governor pardoned him. 10 inmates were executed at the prison, and 6 more were hung in cell house number 5. Visitors report hearing noises as if someone is kicking the walls, or a whoosh of air as if something fell from a height. Over 129 prisoners died at the prison over the decades. Industrial accidents, suicides, murders, disease, and executions. Things are heard and seen there that should not be heard and seen. The penitentiary has been featured on Ghost Adventurers, The Low Files, Haunted Towns, and Destination Fear. Old Idaho Penitentiary is located at 2445 Old Penitentiary Road, Boise, Idaho. Their winter hours are Monday through Sunday, 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. Summer hours, Monday through Sunday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. They offer self-guided tours and guided tours for a $2 fee. They offer scheduled paranormal investigations for $45. Check out Idaho State Historical Society website for more information. If you pay them a visit, let them know the Shadow Sanctuary podcast sent you. That's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to check us out on Facebook for more information on upcoming episodes. As always, don't let the eerie vibes fade too quickly. Stay haunted, my friends.